I mean, but compared to what can be done now by yourself, what's the value add, right?
So okay, now we're at number 4. They print and bind and distribute. Okay. Yes, we can all do that, right? Print on demand companies. Let us do that. 5th thing they do is they promote. Okay. And of these 5 things, that's the hardest one. Okay. Promotion. Because they have networks of, right? As a publisher, I can send these books to the top 20 reviewers across the US. And I can say, I need you to read this book and I need you to provide a review by next month or whatever it is. They have relationships with bookstores to say, please put a display in the front of the bookstore so that people see this when they walk in. All of these things, they can get you on, podcasts. They can get you on TV shows. All the things that are going to help make people aware of the book so that the thing that's supposed to happen, your book touches a reader, can happen. They're facilitating that. Okay. If you're somebody like Drysdale, and he and I had this conversation, the first conversation we had, so this is what I ended up doing, right? I spent a decade basically, the first time I did this was 2009. So I said, whatever, I don't need a publisher. I'm going to do it myself. And I'm going to trust that if it's good, readers will find it, which was a trust fall I shouldn't have taken.
Yeah.
Contributing to the bitterness.
Good on ya.
But I basically said, because Drysdale called me, Eddie Fivey put us in touch, and Drysdale called me, and I said, listen, here's what I can do for you, right? I can consult on the story. I can edit. I can, design, format, layout, all these things. And I can help you publish this thing. However, I will tell you that based on who you are, how much visibility you have, the expertise you have in this field, and the following you have, right? You have a very strong pitch to make to a traditional publisher. So the move right here might be to have me help you write a pitch letter to try to get you a publisher who will do all those things for you. And we went back and forth because a publisher is going to do all those things, but they're going to take most of the profit. But your book might reach millions of people. And he said, you know what? I've got all these affiliates. I've got all these followers on social media. I think I can, if we produce this book, I can promote it and reach thousands of readers. So now we've accomplished that 5th one. Okay. So now we're doing everything. Now, if he had, like, for example, whatever those, I'm looking at my bookshelf, whatever those publishers are that promote, that do all the martial arts books and stuff, like Black Belt Magazine has a publishing imprint and all this stuff. Could his book have reached even more readers if he went through that? Probably. He would probably have made less money. So it's always a toss up. But so we, and this is where the punk rock comparison comes in. You have content producer, you have audience. You don't have intermediary. You don't have record company. You don't have anything. This is about artist and audience. And if you can reach that audience directly, and you can find a way to get through all the noise that everybody's dealing with all the time, to catch their attention enough to say, wait, I want to carve time out of my day to read that book because what he's saying is interesting, or what he's talking about is something I'm interested in, or what he's talking about is something that I identify with. Then you can have a successful book that is independently published and created like that. And so that's kind of the state of affairs with, honestly, like the way you and I started talking was, I'm in charge of a lot of the promotional efforts for Bresler's book. I don't know that people necessarily realize that book was independently produced, and that we depend on and sincerely appreciate people reading that book and telling their friends, because it really is just you and us trying to get that message out there. There is no publisher out there pushing this If I don't wake up in the morning and start telling people about the book, they don't hear about it. If you don't wake up in the morning and tell people about the book, they don't hear about it, right? There's no just background machine running. So that's the challenge, but kind of the uniquely cool thing that we can do now in the sort of the publishing landscape.